Hello everybody, welcome to today's deck profile. Today I'll be doing one of my favorite archetypes. Actually, I think my favorite archetype, Morphtronics. These are kind of like little transforming creatures that are different devices that you would have in your home that all lead you to my favorite monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! Power Tool Dragon. Now, while no end of board ends on Power Tool Dragon, he is still a key member of this deck. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Make sure to like, subscribe. Let's get into it. Starting us off, we play 3 copies of the best card in the deck, Selphon. Morphtronic Selphon, as all Morphtronics do, has 2 effects. 1 in attack position, 1 when it's in defense position. Usually, with Selphon, you want it in attack position because once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided die, reveal a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to the number rolled, and then special level 4 lower Morphtronic from there, ignoring summoning conditions. While it's in defense, it allows you to excavate and then return them back in the same order, which isn't really great. It just kind of looks the top of your deck and doesn't do anything. However, in attack, you can get that summon. Selphon's a definite 3 of main combo piece for the deck. Moving on to a card some of you may know because of the FTK, is Morphtronic Telephone. It is a level 1 machine tuner, and it has the effect that while in attack position during your main phase, roll a die, gain life points equal to the result times 100, and especially Morphtronic monsters from your grave with an equal or lower level than the number rolled. This usually means if you have a Selphon in your grave, you're automatically getting that Selphon. Or if you have another Telephone in your grave, you're automatically getting that Telephone. Its defense position effect allows you to roll a die, and then you can excavate top cards of your deck equal to number rolled, and send an excavated Morphtronic to the graveyard. Really great card. Fantastic support for the archetype. Definitely a 3 of in any Morphtronic deck. And the last of the phones is Morphtronic Smartphone. Morphtronic Smartphone is a level 1 machine tuner. It can only be special summoned by banishing a Morphtronic from your graveyard. Its attack position effect allows you to roll a 6-sided die, activate that many cards from the top of your deck, add an activated Morphtronic card to your hand, and shuffle the rest back into the deck. While in defense position, you can roll a 6-sided die, look at that many cards from the top of your deck, then place them either on top or the bottom of the deck in any order. A little better than the Selphon effect, but still you want to go for that attack position effect. Next up, another new card for the deck, 3 copies of Scannon. I've seen people running 2 of this and 2 Remoten, which is something that I definitely am thinking about trying out, but we'll see. I want to play around with it a little more. Scannon's effect is that it can only be special summoned from your hand by banishing another Morphtronic from your hand. While it's in attack position during the main phase, add a Morphtronic spell trap from your deck to your hand and place a card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. And if it's in defense position, you can add a level 4 lower Morphtronic from your hand from your graveyard to your hand, then place a card from your hand on top of the deck. It's not horrible, but it is a straight minus for the attack effect. But it can come in handy. So I can definitely see you running at least 2 of it. Moving on to cards that I just kind of need names. Play 3-move Boxen. It's a level 4 Earth, which will come in handy later. Exact same reason why I play 3 Stapling. These are just the best of them. The other option being Radion. But unless I'm doing Morphtronic Boombox and Beatdown, Radion's not really too great. So, feel free to play any of the level 4 Morphtronics in those 8 spots. I didn't play 1 Remoten. Like I said, I might end up playing this at 2 and dropping Scannon to 2. When it's in attack position, you can banish 1 Morphtronic from your grave to add a Morphtronic from deck to hand with the exact same level. Then it's in defense position effect, allows you to discard Morphtronic to add a Morphtronic from deck to hand with the same level. Really great card. Then I play 1 Scopin. If I have Scopin plus any of the level 4s, it gives me a free Synchro. Or if it's on the field in defense position, it's level 4 as a tuner. meaning that I can go into a Synchro 5, or if it's an attack, this plus a cell phone gives me a free body. I might end up dropping this and playing 3 Remoten, just because Remoten's such a good card. Moving on, we do play 3 copies of Gadget Gamer. This is a 6 starter for the deck. When it's normal summoned, add a level 1 machine monster from your deck to your hand. Then you contribute this card, specially Morphtronic from hand, and special a Gadget Hauler from your deck. Gadget Hauler is the one of that kind of you only play because of Gadget Gamer. Gadget Hauler says that once per turn, send any number of Morphtronic monsters from your hand to grave to have this card gain 800 attack for each. There are reasons why you would use that effect. Let's say you opened a Selphon. You can discard the Selphon off of it after having summoned a Telephon off of your Gadget Gamer to then revive the Selphon with Telephon. So really great combo enabler that we recently got. Moving on to spells. We play 3 copies of Morphtronic Converter. It also has a different effect depending on the targeted for the effect. If that monster is in attack position, special Morphtronic from deck, and then put the targeted monster on top of the deck, face down. If it's in defense, you can switch it to attack to special level 4 lower machine from hand. Really great card for the deck. It is a hard once. I think it's one of the few Morphtronics that is a hard once, but it's really good at what it does. We then play 3 Junk Box. There's Monster Reborn for any level 4 lower Morphtronic. However, it is destroyed in the end phase, which usually doesn't come up because you will have synchroed it away or linked it away by then. We're then playing 3 Morphtronic Repair Unit, which allows you to send a Morphtronic monster from your hand to the grave to select a Morphtronic in your grave, special summon the selected monster equipped with this card. The equipped monster cannot change battle position. When this card is removed from the field, destroy the equipped monster. Since the sending and the targeting are the same effect, you can discard one to summon the exact same monster off this effect. Really great card, really great way to continue your plays throughout the turn. Plus, it's one of your 2 search targets off of Powerful Dragon. Second search target being DDR. You can discard a card to select a removed from play monster, special summon an attack position, equip it with this card. When this card is removed from the field, destroy the equipped monster. If you're banishing stuff to summon out your Smartphone or your Scannon, you can immediately bring it back with DDR. It also gives you a total of 6 equipped spells to search off of Powerful Dragon, which means that if you open 2 of them, or even 3 of them, you still have search targets with Power Tool. Moving on to the one-ofs, we play 1 Called By, 1 Foolish, 1 1-for-1, and 1 Monster Reborn. This is a very combo-heavy deck, so you do need as many ways as possible to ensure that you can keep playing through, and because Ash Blossom legitimately kills this deck, Called By helps so much with that. Moving on to the extra deck. For links, we play 1 Link Raybo, because there are some scenarios where you do whiff off your Selphon, and you do need it in the grave so that you can summon it back and keep going. We play 1 Cross Sheep as a Link 2 in case we whiff a second time. And finally, Appaloosa. This deck can spam monsters like no other if it keeps getting lucky. So this is a great way to remove some extra fodder from the field to ensure that you can keep going into your powerful synchros. Speaking of, we play 1 Formula Synchron, level 2 Synchro Tuner that allows you to draw a card, and then during your opponent's turn, Quick Effect Synchro. This is one of the cards that usually is on my end board. Play 1 Morphtronic Earfawn. When it's equipped card, the equipped monster can make 2 attacks during each battle phase. If this card special summon, target a face-up monster in the field, it's treated as a tuner until the end of the turn. You can target a synchro monster on the field, equip it with this card from your field or graveyard to it. So, when it's summoned, you can make something a tuner. Usually I choose not to because I have another tuner on the field already. Then you have something to go into a Near Chariot Beast or Hyper Librarian. But its main effect is the graveyard effect because it's the only way to get a negate if you have to go to Braver Dragon. We then play 1 Hyper Librarian. Every time you synchro summon, you can draw a card. Really great, fantastic way to get a bunch of extension on your plays while you're going through your combos. Then one Nat Beast, another card I like to end on. Whenever your opponent activates a spell card, non-once per turn, mill the top 2 cards of your deck to negate the activation and destroy it. Fantastic card. Really great thing to end on. Same reason, Nature of Archeon. These do both take only Earth monsters, which this deck can easily do. Archeon says every time a trap is activated, banish 2 cards from your grave, negate the activation, destroy that card. Really great, fantastic interruption on your opponent's turn, and you can cycle between the two depending on what your opponent's playing. I do play one Charge Warrior. It can attack all special summon monsters my opponent controls once each. I rarely use that effect, mainly when it's Synchro Summon draw card. That's the main reason I play it. Power Tool Dragon. We do play one of. Power Tool Dragon. Once per turn, reveal 3 equipped spells from your deck. Your opponent randomly adds 1 to hand, shove the rest back in the deck. This is how you search for DDR and the Morphtronic equipped spell. It is unrealistically funny how I have to go into Power Tool Dragon for my mainline combo. Because after I summon Power Tool and I go through the plays, I usually then synchro him away for the next card, which is Borload Savage Dragon. When it's synchro summoned, you can equip a link monster from your grave onto it. It gains moral counters equal to the link monster's link rating, and then it gains half the original attack. Then you can remove a moral counter to have an Omni negate. It is a fantastic card to go into, gives you an Omni after getting your Power Tool on board, so long as you have already linked into a Cross Sheep with your Link Karibo. Really great card. However, if you didn't get the chance to link summon, you can go into Crystal Wing, which is a monster negate. Still equally fine. I honestly, ending on either is fine. We do play one Power Tool Braver. When it has an equip card, you can send that equip card to negate the effects of a monster or change that monster's battle position. It's level 9. I rarely go into this guy, but he has come up, and he does have a decent effect. Usually, he doesn't really help me out. The card that does is Baron de Fleur. It is an Omni Negate and a pop. What I usually like is after I end on Savage plus Formula Synchron, once I've used the Savage Negate, I can quick Synchro away for my Baron to give me second Omni. Really great card. Really just fantastic way to end your board. So that is it for the Morphtronics. I would show you all a combo line. However, this deck is completely reliant on the die roll. If you whiff with your cell phone, then it won't go too great with you. It's completely luck reliant. You saw all those powerhouse cards that I have. They're great, but this deck is still completely reliant on how well you can hit with your cell phone. That's all I have for you today. I hope you all enjoyed seeing my absolute favorite deck. If you all have any decks you'd like to see me use in the future, let me know. Leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one.